Hello all, namaste. I have a very tough job to do today. I have got only 15 minutes. The clock says only 5 minutes. Please change it to 15 minutes. Rajesh Nambiar called me a couple of weeks ago and asked me how much time do you need to explain about RPA and show a quick demo about RPA and UiPath Studio, etc. I asked him, can you give me 30 minutes? But he's very strict. He gave me only 15 minutes. So I will try and show you how does an RPA product look like. We have a very simple architecture as Raghu explained. There's predominantly three components, which is the studio, the place where you create the magic, right? You build the magic from the studio. That's what I'm going to show you. And also there's an robot. Robo is the one which is an execution engine. Again, it's not Endiran's or your Shah Rukh Khan's Robo 2. So it's not a physical robot, right? It's a software robot installed on this particular machine where I'm going to build and show you. So can you guess how much time does it take to go to an AICTE website? You all are familiar with AICTE. Where they actually produce a lot of stats, approved list of colleges, private universities, deemed universities, etc. How much time would you need to go onto AICTE website, click certain buttons, navigate to the screen where there are private deemed university, and extract various private deemed institutes across states, maybe Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra? Can you guess how much time does it need, one, to build, and two, to execute? Any numbers? 10 seconds. That's something I will strive hard to achieve. But yeah, I have only 13 and a half minutes, so I'll try and bring you on the screen. What is it? Yeah. So this is the UiPath Studio. I want to first execute and show it to you. It looks like this. We have set of activities on this left. These are the predefined activities, which is going to do your clicks, opening the browser, extracting some data, entering, downloading Excel files, etc., etc. So as Raghu was mentioning, it looks very similar to your Visual Studio. It's a drag and drop. I'll show you how it is done, but let us see it working. So the robot is going to start. It's a background robot. Now it is opening the website AICTE. Once it opens, it is going to click on the statistics button. It opens the new statistics window. Now on this particular window, what it is going to do is it is going to find all the private deemed universities. To the left, you can see that there is select state, select program, level, and university type. So the moment I click OK now, it is going to change all these fields like that, Karnataka, engineering, and private deemed universities, and it gets all the results. Now, these results, in this case, there are 4 private universities, Amrita School, Manipal, etc. So now Robo in the background is going to extract all these information, all the rows, all the columns, and keep it in an Excel file. It is also going to look at multiple screens if there are many. In this scenario, there's only one sheet. So it is going to first look for all this data and also try and click the next button if there are some more universities existing. Once that is done, it is going to the next one. So yeah, it's now ready to go to Maharashtra. So you can see on the screen that it is going to change the state into Maharashtra and then finds the result. In Maharashtra, there is just about 4 universities. Now it is going to capture all these 4 universities. Line by line, row by row, it understands the name of the university, address, where's the district, whether it is in Pune, whether it is in Thane, and it is also trying to see if there are some more results in the next page, right? So it is going to take just a few more seconds. Okay, by then you could actually have a coffee, or not. Now it is going to go to Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has, in India, the most number of private universities, right? So it changed it to Tamil Nadu, and look, in Tamil Nadu, there are multiple screens. So it is going to multiple list of universities because there was at least 4 sheets. So it quickly navigated into 4 sheets. After 4 sheets, it is going to wait for a bit if it is going to load some more universities. Once this is done, it is going to publish to me in an Excel spreadsheet. the list of all these universities it captured. So did anybody time the number of minutes or seconds it took? Nobody? You all believe the time that I'm going to tell you on the screen then. Okay, so the number of universities which is being extracted by the robot, in Karnataka there were 5, in Maharashtra there were 4, and in Tamil Nadu 31. So now if I go, it has already created automation is complete, and I can check the folder for results. I say okay. Now if I come back to my studio, it says it's about 3 minutes and 8 seconds with all the pauses that I had and some clicks. So in about 3 minutes, it calculated and got 30 or 40 odd universities. Let us go to the projects folder. There's a results.xlsx created. Now in Karnataka, so it has created an Excel spreadsheet with all the details for Karnataka here. You can see that, right? And for Maharashtra, there were 4. And for Tamil Nadu. So there are 32 rows, that means 31 colleges. So that's about 40 university list and address and the selections across 3 states, 3 big states of Karnataka, captured in 3 minutes. It's just about 3 minutes. It would run much faster. I have had put some delays in between so that I could explain and narrate what was happening. So that's the pace in which RPA can execute the tasks for you, right? If you were to actually do it by yourself, I have timed it. I at least take more than 12 minutes to do the exact same task, right? I know you can do it faster, but yeah, maybe 8 to 10 minutes. So that's if I were to actually extrapolate the numbers, it's actually doing maybe 1/4 of human time. So that's the power of RPA. Now, this is about the execution, but how easy is to build it, right? So that's also simpler. That's what I want to show it now. So we have in the UiPath Studio a lot of predefined set of activities. Let me go ahead and create one flowchart for you. Right? So if I want to click a button on a screen, right, I have an activity called as click. Just I need to go there, look for click, drag and drop it onto the designer panel, right? So now I am training the robot to perform a specific task, which is repetitive in nature. Now I know that my robot has to click. Now I have to start teaching or training that where should I click, right? So the moment I say indicate on screen, we have our computer vision working with UiPath Explorer, which starts identifying all the objects and elements on the screen, whether it's a Windows-based application, whether it's an application that you have stored or installed on your machine, right? So it can actually start identifying various elements. So I want to click on this button or this button or this button, right? It has that intelligence to understand the element, a unique way of identifying this element on the screen, and it captures along with a screenshot so you can understand. Now, once you do that, you can also specify whether I want to do a single click or do I want to do a double click. So it is that easy. You start configuring. There is absolutely no coding required, right? You just need to know some coding practices which will help you to go further mile. But if you were to begin, it is this simple. You can just start configuring activities. Now, I want to just do a single click. You can also then start specifying whether I want to do a left click of the mouse or the right click of the mouse, right? It is that simple in terms of properties. Now let us look at something else. When I look at Excel as an activity, Excel, as you all know, is something which is being used in all the processes, in all the universities, in all the companies across the globe, either as an input or as an output of a process, right? Probably you store all your marks of students and attendance, if not in a website, at least on an Excel spreadsheet, right? So Excel becomes a very important application to deal with in any process automation. And hence, if you see, we have built a very strong integration with Excel. So all the activities that you use on Excel on a day-to-day activity, we have got all the activities for that. All that you need to do is just drag and drop an Excel application scope. Maybe I want to read a particular range of data. Drag and drop read range, specify which sheet of the data that you want. For example, in my case, there was Karnataka as a sheet name. I specify that. If I know what is the range that I want to read from, I can specify A1 to A5, or say C5 if it is multiple columns. And if I don't know, UiPath also offers you the capability of just reading the dynamic range. You can get away from writing this range, and it extracts everything which is there in that particular sheet in one single activity. So that's some set of activities. Now let's try and do something more. Recording. So we have these activities that you could drag and drop. But what if I tell you we have automated the part of automating the automation? So you need not drag and drop each activity. If you already know the steps, what you could do is you could use a wizard, which is our UiPath recording wizard. We have it for web, we have it for Windows. We also have it for a complex environment like Citrix or virtual machine. So what a recording tool typically does, it basically starts identifying all the activities that you do in a very non-invasive mode. It does not disturb you, right? It captures all the activities that you are doing on the desktop, and it converts and creates a workflow for you already. Let's see how it is done, right? Maybe we will do the exact same stuff which was automated. So what I want to do, let me just refresh this screen. Now I want to see how do I automate the entire screen here, right? So all that I need to do, go, say record. I know that the type of application is web, so I start this. I say open the browser. The moment I click on this particular place, it could be anywhere on the screen. UiPath is intelligent enough to identify the entire URL. It understands that I need to open this. And then I will start recording my set of activities. The first thing I want to do is select a state, right? So I click this. The moment I click this, UiPath Explorer understands that it is a drop-down. So it extracts all the information which is available in the drop-down and gives you that option. For example, let's go to some state. Which state do we go? Any suggestions? Karnataka again? Okay, so the moment I do it, it changes it to Karnataka. I will select a program, maybe hotel management now, right? It captures that, and I want to see all the levels maybe, or undergraduates. Say, okay. Now I click on the submit button, right? It extracted these many, it actually gave these many results. Now if I escape, save and exit, all the activities that I currently done is been recorded under web. And if I click this, it has the activity to open the web browser. It has the activity to select the state. It has the activity to select hotel management. And it also has some other selects. And it clicks the button as well, right? This is how easy it is to do. Now, we all love Karnataka, right? But sometime I want to move out of Karnataka. Which state do you want to go to, right? Any other state? Goa? UP. Okay. So now, I need not go back and redo the entire automation here, right? What UiPath has done for you is that it has captured all the states which were available on that particular website's drop-down, and it has captured it here. So now if I want to change it to UP, Uttar Pradesh, I can do it. It is that simple, right? So let us see it working. I go back and just connect this as a start. Right? It's just like a flow chart. If I don't connect it, it doesn't execute. So that also gives you an opportunity to build, and then there are 5 robots from HR space. Now, if you want to execute all these things, you don't want to go on each machine and execute and see what's happening. So we have Orchestrator, which is a centralized repository and a monitoring tool for all the robots in the organization, which can help you schedule, right? You need not go onto each robo machine and start the automation. You can do it centrally. You can do it on your mobile. We have recently released our mobile app for Orchestrator. You can do it on your iPads as well. So anywhere in the network, you can go monitor what's happening in the robot, trigger a robot, and also look at the status of the robots, right? We have all these components, and all these components instructions are available on UiPath Academy. I request all of you to take a look at UiPath Academy as well. As Raghu mentioned, we have an amazing forum, which is with 24,000 active users across the globe who are ready to help you with any questions you might have with RPA. We also have Academic Alliance program, which we will come to you and your universities soon. So any questions? I still have a couple of seconds maybe, but I would like to take 1 or 2 questions on the technology aspect, if there are any. Yes, please. Yes.
So what differentiates UiPath from the other tools, the popular ones like Automation Anywhere or Blue Prism?
I wasn't expecting this question. Is always a false statement to make. I always expect this question. It's power of reliability. The products that you took are also very matured products. But our academy, our community, and our commitment to academy is one of the differentiators, which is relevant in this forum. But I will be more than happy to take some more questions and show you something more interesting on the technology side. Yeah. Any other questions on technology?
So is there any error compilation mechanisms?
Oh, very good question, very good question. So to err is human, right? And also to err is robots, because they are created by the humans. So we can, when in UiPath, we have a very simple mechanism of try and catch. So what I have here is, if you look at it, you can have all the activities under a try-catch exception, right? In a very simple programming sense. But what UiPath also offers at an activity level is that it comes up with something called as default timeout. So for example, when I'm trying to click on a button, right, on a website, so the website which I'm using AICTE is a website of a government, or it's a third party where you don't have a control over, right? And it also depends on multiple other aspects, for example, internet speed. So I cannot be just blind and say, click a button and then just extract the data, right? What we do and what we offer by default is that the mechanism where we can identify whether an element is loaded, if it is loaded properly or not. And you have retry mechanism, which is already pre-built. It has a threshold. It can wait for a specific time of period. And then if the element is not available, it can retry. You can set that threshold of retry as well, some set of activities which needs to be retried. And also we have the entire thing that you can do it on a .NET platform. You have all the exceptions that can be captured both at the system level and at a user level, and then you can retry. Right? Of course, it has to be something that has to be well thought through. What should I do if there is an exception happening? Right? Last question, sir.
Suppose if it is credentials, because we are giving credentials.
Great.
Okay. How the security part when it comes to the password, and because whether it will be noted by UiPath at any point of time.
Very good question. So, and it's a very relevant thing to actually think through. In an enterprise scenario, there are so many applications that people deal with. For example, SAP, or could be PeopleSoft. We don't store credentials in the form of text. You need credentials to log in. And it cannot be a generic credential that can be used everywhere, right? What we do is that we offer multiple ways of storing these credentials. One of the best ways is to store the credentials on Orchestrator. Orchestrator can securely store the credentials with an encryption, right? So with that encryption, it is stored in the Orchestrator. That's option 1. If you don't have an Orchestrator, you can also store it on Windows credentials. And some of the enterprises, especially the banking and finance sector, would also have vaults. If you know about CyberArk, it's a vault. What we have is that you can store your passwords and authentication mechanism on CyberArk, and we just request CyberArk on the time. just in time when we want it, right? So we don't store the credentials, one, in UiPath Studio, not in text, and even if it is stored in UiPath Orchestrator, it is stored as an encrypted text, and these orchestrators will be hosted only in the customer's environment. It will not be hosted in UiPath anyway. It is in their network and secure. Yeah, cool. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Thanks, Rajesh, for giving me this opportunity. We'll hope to see you all in the break. Yeah, thank you much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tejus.